arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. This is our textbook. This one, a comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma. This is our textbook, right? And today we give three volumes of this book. Actually, this one is a very easy to understand. 3 chapters of Abhidhamma Sangha. This one, so it's easier for you. If you are not clear, when I teach, you can read this book. If it's not clear yet, then you can call. You can SMS me, and I will make it call. So then I can explain in details. Abhidhamma talk about the mind, right? Talk about the mind, and also a little bit of material phenomena. A little bit of material phenomena means it is more than enough to know matters for enlightenment, right? Actually, we are learning material phenomena for our enlightenment. Or enlightenment here is the way to liberate from suffering, right? Suffering. This side, right? Okay. Okay? Okay. Okay. The reason why we... it's okay? Okay. The reason why we are learning many type of chetas, many type of consciousness, many type of mental factors is the main purpose is to free from suffering, right? To free from suffering, or to attain enlightenment or understanding about our mind, right? So we need to know the purpose of learning Abhidhamma. Okay, so we are talking about 12 akusala chetas. 12 akusala chetas. So the first one is lobha mula cheta. Cheta rooted in greed. Sometimes we do unwholesome deed based on greed, based on our attachment, our lobha. So we have 8 type. So we already finished this one in previous week. So now we'll talk about number 2 and number 3. Dosa mula cheta. Cheta rooted in hatred. And also we have a moha mula cheta. Cheta rooted in delusion. So this year we will use Pali terms, no? In my previous lessons, I normally use English terms. If you know Pali, better. It's better. Lobha mula cheta. Dosa mula cheta. Sometimes dosa, translated as a hatred. Sometimes anger, like that, right? Sometimes aversion. It's confusing for you, right? But if you know in Pali, there's no confusion. Dosa mula cheta. Moha mula cheta, cheta rooted in delusion. So altogether we have 12 akusala chetas. Today we'll talk about 2 dosa mula cheta. First of all, we need to know what is dosa. What is dosa? Hatred. Literal meaning of dosa is distracted element. Distracted element. It destroys yourself as well as others. Distracted element. It destroys oneself and others when it arises within. You have a lovely family time. Then somebody came in, make one problem. The whole family became very angry, agitated, right? When dosa arises within, then it destroys everyone, not only you, but also other people as well, right? So therefore, dosa destroys yourself as well as others. It comprises all forms of distracted emotions such as hatred, anger, ill will, whatever you call it. Sometimes we call it resentment, irritation, stress. Stress also a type of dosa. Anxiety also a type of dosa. Sorrow, depression, fear, all these are type of dosa. Let's talk about sorrow. Sorrow. One of your beloved family member passes away. You cry, right? You cry. You sorrow. You have a sorrow in your mind. At least you have sorrow in your mind. Sorrow is a type of dosa. So the reason is you don't like the situation. The situation that your beloved one died in the family. You don't like that situation, right? You don't like dosa, right? Dosa. Depression. Depression came in because you don't like the situation you are in, right? You are in. You may have family problem or relationship problem. Depression came in. You don't like that situation. You have a problem in your job. Then when you come home, when you come back home, then you have a depression in your mind, right? Because you don't like the situation. The situation in your family, in your work, right? So that the depression came in. Fear, all the same thing, right? We have a lot of fear. We have a lot of fear. Fear to die, right? Fear to die. Fear of criticism, like that, right? Everything comes because of the dosa. Fear arises because you don't like that situation. Nighttime, you go to a quiet place and also very dark place. Fear came in, right? Fear came in. Then fear came in because you don't like, that atmosphere, right? Because no electricity, no people around. Fear of ghost came in, right? Came in. You don't like that atmosphere. So therefore, depression, fear, all these are type of dosa. So therefore, we have a roughly we can divide into 2 types of dosa. Dosa is aversion or a dislike toward the object or toward the person or the things, right? The things, everything. So when you talk about the object can be the things and the people or the person. So therefore, we reject toward those things. If there is a rejection in your mind, then notice that it is a type of dosa, right? Type of dosa. When you see somebody, there is rejection sensation in your mind, right? That's a type of dosa. Type of dosa. You don't like that situation. You don't like that person. In the psychology, we have a two term, right? Flight or fight. Flight or fight. If you actually here we can explain with the two type. Active dosa. If you are in a position to react the object or the person or the things that we do not like, we feel angry and outburst. We're trying to fight, right? We're trying to fight. If the person is, if you are in a possession, you can talk to that person. So then you feel very angry. You outburst, right? You're trying to speak up. You're trying to fight with the dosa. We can call it is active dosa. Another one is passive dosa. If we are not in a position to react the object, you are unable to react because of some reason. We feel depressed and we are frightened because we are not in a position to talk to that person. We cannot talk. Your boss, right? Like that. Your parents, your elder brothers and sisters, like that. Then you cannot fight. Sometimes you have to flight, right? You have to flight. And you feel depressed and you feel frightened. If you are going in a night time, as I earlier said that, we have fear of ghost. So you're not in a position to fight, right? No electricity, no people around. Then you feel frightened in your mind. Frightening mind, Frightened mind is a type of dosa. You don't like that situation, right? You don't like that situation. So two type of dosa. Roughly, so we can divide dosa into two. And we have a two chaita rooted in hatred, two dosa mula chaita. One consciousness accompanied by displeasure associated with the aversion, unprompted. When dosa came in, it's always displeasure, right? Associated with the aversion. Aversion is a kind of, displeasure is unpleasant mental feeling. Aversion, synonym of dosa, same as a dosa, aversion. You don't like it. So here, unprompted with a higher degree of volition and effort. Sometimes we feel with a higher degree of dosa, right? And also we make a lot of effort. We trying to put a lot of fuels. So this is the first type of dosa. When dosa came in, accompanied by displeasure. Sometimes, after being angry, we feel very happy. We feel released, right? There's some situation that after talking something to somebody with anger, you like it, right? You feel very happy. You feel released. It's not because of dosa. It's not because of dosa. It's because you like the situation that you are able to respond, you are able to fight verbally or physically, right? And the other person cannot respond to you. So then you feel released, you feel very happy. You feel proud sometimes, right? Sometimes you feel proud. The moment dosa arises in your mind, accompanied by displeasure, always displeasure, always not good, feeling is not good, displeasure, unpleasant mental feeling. Then after responding with the anger, you feel released and you feel even proud of yourself. Then I can talk to that person. It's not because of dosa. It's because of lobha, You like the situation that you are able to respond to that person. Unprompted here is with a higher degree of volition and effort. But next one is with the prompted. The difference is prompted. Prompted here me with the lesser degree of volition and effort. Here we talk about dosa. We're trying to divide dosa based on the higher and lesser degree of cetana and viriya. Cetana, motivation. Volition. Higher degree of effort, your effort, right? You make a lot of effort to feel angry. Two dosa mula cheta. So I divided into two, atthit dosa and passit dosa, right? Atthit dosa and passit dosa. Normally people think that anger, hatred are dosa. Not the fear, not the depression, right? Not the depression. So therefore, when you know the reason why you have a fear in your mind, you have a depression, because depression is dosa, right? You don't like the situation. What you have to do is, you have to change it, right? You have to change it. Then depression will irritation, even slighted, right? Actually, the moment you don't like somebody or something, that is dosa, right? That's dosa. Okay. Then I want to quote one sutta, beautiful sutta from Anguttara Nikaya. It's called Lekha Sutta, Lekhami writing. Lekhami writing. So the Buddha talk about three types of writing. So the first one is writing on the stone. Writing on the stone. The Buddha said that there are three types of people in the world. Number one, the person who is like a line on the stone, like a lines on the stone. The Buddha said that just as a line written on the stone is not quickly erased by the wind or water, but persists for a long time. If you write a line on the stone, you cannot erase. It will take long time. So too, some person often get angry. Often, not sometimes. Often get angry. And his anger persists for a long time. Not good, right? Not good. It will destroy yourself as well as other people. The next one, the person who is like a line on the ground. Just as a line written on the ground is quickly erased by the wind and water, does not persist for a long time. So too, some person often get angry, but his anger does not persist for a long time. Some people get angry, so their anger does not persist for a long time. It's good, right? Stay good. Number three, the person who is a line on water. If you write a line on water, It will, just as a line written on the water quickly disappears and that does not persist for a long time. So too, some person, even when spoken to roughly and harshly in disagreeable ways, remains on friendly terms with this antagonist, mingle with him and greets him. Actually, it's very mature, mature level. There is still anger in the mind, but stay friendly, stay friendly. So you will not see any anger on his face, Trying to mingle with that person, and also stay greet him. Normally, of course, we don't want to mingle with the people we don't like, right? We don't like. We don't want to greet that person. But here, if you are just like a written line on the water, so you will stay friendly to that person, you will stay mingle with him, talk to him, greet with him. Actually, it's not easy, right? So this one, maybe second type of dosa, right? Pronta one. So dosa simply means destroy the element. It destroys your mind and also the mind of other people. It's called dosa. Dosa is divided into two parts, two types. So the first one, higher degree of anger, higher degree of volition as well as effort. And second one is a lesser degree of chetana and virya. I hope it is easy, right? Dosa mula cheta. Okay, any question regarding with the dosa? Or anything you want to discuss? Okay, then no question. Because a dosa is a chetasika. Dosa is chetasika. So here we are talking about dosa mula cheta. So the cheta that arises because of dosa. So we have a 52 chetasika. So we will talk about it later. I will talk about how to remove our anger, when anger arises, how to manage it. Okay. So next one is moha. Delusion, moha delusion. The word moha derived from the root mu, like a monshati. Monshati is a verb. It means to confuse. You confuse, your mind confuse, unable to judge what is right, what is wrong. It means perplexity. Moha means perplexity in the object. Later I will talk about moha a little bit detail. Avijja is a synonym of moha. Avijja and moha are the same. So the Buddha used, sometimes the Buddha used avijja in one place, moha another place. Moha is in general term. Avijja we translate as a ignorance. It's a synonym of moha. Avijja comes from the root a and vita, which means not knowing. Vita means knowing. A is negative. Not knowing things in their true natures. Not knowing things in their true natures. If you know the things in their true natures, you will know it. You will know it. So therefore we call it wisdom. So moha is the opposite of wisdom. Okay, what is moha? Then I will talk about moha according to Samadhi Sutta. Samadhi is right view, right view. Samadhi is opposite of moha, opposite of moha. And also opposite of wrong view, right? Micchadeti, opposite of wrong view. So moha or avijja can be defined as follows. Number one, not knowing unwholesome deed as an unwholesome deed. Not knowing wholesome deed as a wholesome deed. If you do not know akusala as a akusala, that is moha. If you do not know kusala as a kusala, that is amoha. Sorry, that is moha. That's moha. Sometimes you know akusala as a kusala, right? As a kusala. That's moha. You do business, you are making money with the full of lobha, greed. Making money with the greed is good. You can make a lot of money, right? You can make a lot of business. Many people think that. Many people think that. Right? Doing business with the lobha is good. Lobha is not good, right? According to Buddhism, lobha is not good. If you think that doing business, making money with the lobha is good, right? That is moha. That's moha. Of course, if you are doing business, if you are making money with the lobha, you can get it, right? You will get it. But you were not satisfying with that money. You will want more and more, right? More and more. You will not have satisfaction. You will not have happiness with this. But when you are doing business, making money with the loving kindness, compassion, you have a compassion to your family. You have a compassion to your mother. That you want to support to her. Because of that you are making money, right? Even you're walking, physically you'll be tired. But mentally, not exhausted. Because you have a compassion in your mind. So the moment you're tired, you see your mother, your family members. You make money, you walk with a loving kindness, metta. Right? So you will not make money in unrighteous way. So therefore, you may not make you may make less money than doing business with the lobha, right? Doing business with the lobha, but not followed by problem. When you are doing business, you are making money with the loving kindness, compassion. Then, even though you are tired physically, then mentally you are happy. You are happy, right? You are happy. So therefore, if you think that doing business with the lobha is good, that is moha. If you are treating your children with the dosa, you think that it is justifiable, it's good, right? Actually, nowadays, not only in the West, not only in the East, but also in the West, they think that sometimes they need to treat their children with the anger, They need to shout. They need to frighten them, Actually, treating children with the dosa is not good, right? Especially in the Asian countries, trying to beat their children, right? Now in Singapore, there's a law, right? Not allowed to beat their children. Now people begin to know that treating their children with the anger is not good. So they have a wisdom or understanding. Wisdom is opposite of moha, right? Opposite of moha. If you think that treating your children, treating other people with the dosa is necessary, necessary. It is moha. You do not know, things as they really are. You do not know dosa as the unwholesome one. You think that dosa is good, right? Dosa is good. Therefore, I think one time when I talk about criteria of speeches, one person asked, sometimes as a boss, it is necessary to show their anger, This is also wrong, This is also wrong. We don't need to show our anger, right? We don't need to show our anger, but we need to show our disagreement, disagreement. You do this, I don't like it. Without anger, we can respond, right? We can raise our voice. We can talk to them. This is not good. Without anger, Without anger. But when you are talking with the anger, anger is akusala, unwholesome. When anger came in, we do not know what to do, Our decision will be wrong. The way we treat people will be wrong. So therefore, if you know that not knowing unwholesome, not knowing akusala, not knowing kusala is moha, and also not knowing the root of wholesome and unwholesome deed is moha. You think that lobha is good, you think that dosa is good, you think that moha is good. Some people think that, how to say, if you are doing business, you trying to evade the tax, right? The tax. It is good. If you think that it is good, that is moha. That's moha, right? If you are cheating your customer, think that it is good. It is moha, because you do not know unwholesome as the unwholesome, right? So that's the moha. So this is I think number one and number two is, I think, is a basic level. Number one is basic level. Number two, maybe in the middle level, middle level. So you know the root of akusala and kusala. The next one is higher one, not knowing Four Noble Truths. Not knowing Four Noble Truths. You do not know suffering as a suffering. Your body is suffering, Your body is suffering because it has the nature of arising, passing away, The nature of impermanence. Your body is subject to decay, subject to dying. Because of that, it is suffering. But when you are healthy, you do not think, right? You do not know it is this body is suffering, That's moha. That's moha. Actually, the last one, number three, is higher one. Higher one. You see somebody, he or she is handsome, beautiful, right? Because you do not know the real nature of the body. So according to higher level, higher teaching of God. So this body, whether you are handsome or ugly or beautiful, it is full of impurity in our body. So therefore, it's not pleasant, not beautiful. Normally, we think that beautiful, handsome, right? Because of moha, it's a higher level. Because of not knowing the reality, the real nature of the body, we have attachment, right? We attach to the people. We attach to the things. Because of that attachment, there will be the time we have to depart, right? Then we cry, sorrow, lamentation. So therefore, If you know the real nature of your body, the body of other people, that is called wisdom, panya, right? That's called panya. It's not easy to get that panya only through vipassana. Only through vipassana. Then you will get such understanding. So therefore, non-Ratana, Anagami, and Arahant, they no longer have such attachment. So therefore, no fear to time for them. No fear to time. As we have a moha, regarding with the Four Noble Truths, not knowing the Four Noble Truths. So we have a lot of fear, fear to lose something, fear to lose our body, our life, like that. So number 3 is higher level. So I think roughly we can divide. What is moha? Number 1, not knowing akusala as the akusala. Normally we have when we talk about akusala, we talk about 10 type, right? 10 type, like a killing, stealing, sexual misconduct like that. And telling lie, slandering, talking harshly, and also talking nonsense like that. So we have a 10 type. If you do not know akusala as a akusala, that is moha. If you do not know kusala as a kusala, it is moha. It is moha, right? It is moha. Not knowing. Number 2 is not knowing the root of unwholesome. Not knowing the root of wholesome. Loba dosa moha, the root of akusala. Aloba adosa amoha, the root of kusala. If you think that having compassion to people is not good, right? Compassion, atosa. When you have a compassion, then you need to give, right? You need to give. Or you need to give your time. You need to, how to say, like that. If you are thinking, if you are talking, if you are thinking, having compassion is not good, then that is a moha, right? Moha. If you have a compassion, it's good for you, good for people, right? So therefore, in second level, moha is not knowing the root of akusala as the root of akusala. Not knowing the root of kusala as the root of kusala. Now you are learning Abhidhamma, so you know second, right? At least you know second level. In theory, in theory. But number 3 is the most difficult one. If you learn the Dhamma, you will know in theory. But if you practice meditation is vipassana meditation, then you will know number 3. You will be able to remove number 3 type of moha. Okay, I hope you understand moha. Any question? Because this is important. We need to know, as a Buddhist, we need to know what is moha. Okay. Can you use microphone because we are recording?
Okay. My question is, you say dosa is hate. So basically, let's say if someone passed away, your loved one, and you did not cry because you say you don't want to have hate.
So you don't want to have?
You don't cry. You know that the person died, so you don't cry. So is it under moha because you are ignorant because you know that someone you love died but you don't cry, and will you classify the person as moha because he is ignorant or is he understanding death? So this is the question I have.
Okay. So that means somebody who lost their beloved one do not cry. Maybe 2 reasons. One reason, he doesn't want to see her, or sometimes it happens, right? Somebody who died, we don't like. Even you feel very happy, right? One reason you do not cry. I hope it's not, right? Second one is the understanding, because we were dying one day. My beloved one dying. Because of that, you do not cry. Huh? And maybe some other reason, mainly two reasons. You're not crying because you like it. Then second one is you do not cry because you already have a understanding and acceptance. Sometimes our parents are suffering, right? In hospitals, on a hospital bed. Then we think that it is suffering for her. Actually, the understanding is already there, Acceptance is already there. Because of that, when your mother died, you don't cry. Because acceptance is already there. Understanding already there, right? So sometimes when our beloved one is suffering, so we don't want them to suffer anymore, right? So that's the reason why we're not crying. Of course, if you have understanding that everybody is impermanent, my body is impermanent, the body of my mother is impermanent. One day we'll die, right? We'll die. If you have such understanding, the acceptance will be there. Acceptance. So when your mother, your beloved one, dying, you're not crying because you don't have a moha at that particular moment. No moha at that particular moment. Regarding with their nature, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Not ignorance. Okay. So any more question? No. Okay. So here, when you talk about, actually, moha associated with lobha as well as dosa. Because of moha, dosa arise. Because of moha, lobha arise. The moment you know that this body is unpleasant, and also the body of other people, same, unpleasant, full of impurity in our body. When you have such understanding, wisdom, you will no longer have attachment to anyone, No attachment to anyone. Especially Anagami and Arahant. So they have an understanding. They already remove moha. Because of their understanding. This human body is full of impurities. There's nothing to have attachment. So when we have such understanding, lobha cannot come in. Right? When you know that dosa is not good, having dosa is not good, then you will not feel any anger, You will not feel any anger. So therefore, moha is the root of unwholesome actions. The root of lobha, the root of moha. So therefore, in dependent origination, the first one is ignorant, right? Avijja. Not knowing the cause. Then you will have a lot of actions and also a lot of consequences. If you can remove ignorance, avijja, then all your action, all your speeches also will be correct. So therefore, moha is the root of all unwholesome actions. But here, there are two types of consciousness in which delusion is especially prominent. Of course, the moment you feel angry, moha is there. It's not prominent, Not prominent. The moment you have a greedy mind. Moha is there, it's not prominent. But here, so the moha will be prominent in two consciousness, two chetas. So one is cheta associated with the doubt. The other one is cheta associated with the restlessness. The moment you have a doubt, the moment you have a restless mind, then moha is prominent. So usually, delusion lead to arising of greed and hatred as well. However, delusion alone is present in these two type of chetas. So later when we talk about association of cheta and cetasika, you will know that moha associated with all type of akusala chetas. So here, two type of cheta were associated with delusion alone is present in these two type of chetas. So here, doubt and restless mind. So here I will give you one example. Doubt. What is doubt? Doubt is a cetasika, one of the mental factors. Later we have to learn again. Vicikiccha, a state of mind that is unable to judge the object in a correct way. That means talk about the Buddha, his teaching and Sangha. Especially the Dhamma is the most important. In Buddhism, the Dhamma is the most important. If you know the Dhamma in a correct way, the more you know about the Dhamma deeply, the more you have a more faith in the triple gem. So therefore, the person who becomes Sotapanna, he no longer have any doubt about the Dhamma. Because the Buddha said that all sankhara, all conditioned phenomena are impermanent. Of course, we know in theory, right? The person who becomes Sotapanna, he know his material phenomena impermanent. He himself know it, practical way, not in theory. For that reason, he have a strong faith in the teachings of the Buddha. He have a strong faith in the Buddha, the one who teach these valuable teachings. And also the Sangha who already have enlightenment or already becomes Ariya Pokala, enlightened beings, enlightened people. So therefore, when you talk about the Dhamma, it is moha. Because the cheta associated with doubt. Moha can arise anytime, right? Anytime. Not only lay people, but also the monks. We also have doubt about the Dhamma sometime. I think most of you have a doubt about the rebirth, next life, past life, right? Past life. Because we cannot see it, right? You cannot see it. But if you know yourself that you was born in a one of the existences in previous life, then you no longer have any doubt, right? Any doubt. So therefore, when you have a doubt in your mind, so there will be moha, cheta associated with the doubt. So therefore, doubt is opposite of faith. Especially if you are a Buddhist, be careful, talk about the Dhamma, right? If you will talk about the Dhamma, you will talk about the Buddha as well as the Sangha as well, right? Sangha as well. How to remove your doubt? There's no other way. Have to learn, right? Have to learn and have to practice. So therefore, if you're learning, if you are listening to the Dhamma talk, then all your doubt will be lesser and lesser, right? Lesser and lesser. Doubt is removed only when you become Sotapanna. Once and for all, right? Once and for all. Normally, I give example of one example, the nature of doubt, right? The nature of doubt. Just example, no? Just example. Somebody told me there is a ghost in the room. There's a ghost in the room. I thought about it because I haven't seen it, right? I haven't seen it. Then one day I came down, then I opened the door, then I see the ghost, What happened? There will be any doubt? No doubt about it, right? No doubt about it. Similarly, the Buddha talk about rebirth. The Buddha talk about enlightenment. The Buddha talk about the Noble Eightfold Path, right? You will still have a doubt about it until you practice, until you have a realization or enlightenment, right? So therefore, as long as you do not become Sotapanna, you will still have a doubt, right? You will still have a doubt. How to remove it? There's no other way. Learn the Dhamma and practice it. Another one is restless mind, restlessness. Uddhacca also Cetasika. It is an ability to see the object very clearly because the mind is shaken, restless. When my hand is shaking, you cannot see my hand clearly. Shaken, restless. Right? Then I'm trying to stabilize, trying to keep my hand, Then you can see my hand very clearly. Like that. So restlessness is opposite of concentration, samadhi. So when your mind is restless, you will not see, you will not hear in a correct way, right? So therefore, at that particular moment, there is moha mula chaita. Chaita rooted in restlessness. Okay, so here, 2 chaita rooted in delusion, 2 moha mula chaita. Number 1 consciousness accompanied by equanimity, upekkha, associated with the doubt. 1 consciousness accompanied by equanimity, associated with the restlessness. So, chaita rooted in doubt and restlessness. So, moha will be, will be there. So, therefore, these 2 moha mula chaita associated with the moha cetasika. So here you can see that equanimity, feeling is equanimity, upekkha, right? Upekkha. Associated with the doubt. The second one is associated with the restlessness. When we talk about association, dissociation, 2 types of association, right? Associated with the doubt, associated with the restlessness. Feeling is equanimity. The moment you have this moha mula chaita, your mind is not active. Right? When you have a doubt about something, your mind is not active. When your mind is restless, similarly, not active, right? Not active. Okay, any question regarding whether up to here? Okay, I hope it is clear. It's clear. So now 12 akusala chaita, 12 unwholesome chaita. So this is I think overall Chaitas, 12 Chaitas, when you look at page number 35. Page number 35. Trying to bring this way, Trying to bring this book. Don't forget that. This is our textbook. I think many of you forget. Page number 35. So you can see that, not this one. I forgot to bring that. So you can see number 1 to number 8, right? Greed. Root is a greed, lobha. So these 8 chaita arises rooted in lobha. Feeling is 2 types. Number 1 to number 4, somanasa. Now we'll talk about in Pali, not in English. Somanasa, number 1 to number 4, somanasa. Number 5 to number 8, upekha, right? Upekha. So you have to know that. When you want to take exam, you have to know it. So here are 2 Vedana, 2 type of feeling, joy and equanimity. So here we'll talk about joy is somanasa, equanimity is upekha, right? Then here, association and dissociation. So number one and number 2 associated with the wrong view. Number 3 and number 4 dissociated with the wrong view. So here, number 4 to 5 associated, 7 to 8. Sorry, 5 to 6 associated with the wrong view. 7 and 8 dissociated with the wrong view. Prounded and prounded. This one is the alternate. So the most importantly, you have to know 2 type of feelings, somanasa and upekha, right? Upekha. And also association, dissociation. Associated with the wrong view, dissociated with the wrong view. 4 association and 4 dissociation. Now when we talk about dosa mula chaita, number 9 and 10, so the root is dosa mula. Feeling, Vedana is displeasure, domanassa. Associated with the aversion. Number 9 and number 10, they are associated with the aversion. One is prounded, another one is unprounded. Number 11 and 12, dosa mula chaita rooted in delusion. So here, feeling is equanimity. Both of them, equanimity. Then associated with the doubt and restlessness. So here you have to know association, dissociation. Association means associated with something. Dissociated from something. If you know this chart, I think enough. Make a little bit effort, because if you are learning Abhidhamma, you need to digest earlier chapter. Otherwise, I think you will run away. You need to make more effort, If you make effort here, the first chapter, second chapter become very easy. And also next chapter also become easy. Everything is linking, Everything is linking. Especially chaitas. You have to know this. Okay, so by looking at this one, you look at 35, You look at 35. Then we'll talk about by way of feeling. We call it Vedana Bheda. So here, in Akusala Chaita, we will have 4 somanasa, 6 upekha, 2 domanassa. 4 somanasa, 6 upekha, and 2 domanassa. You can look at this one, right? So here we have a 4 somanasa. 4 means number 1 to number 4, right? Number 4. So we have a 6 equanimity, 6 upekha. Number 5 to 8, number 11 and 12, right? It's upekha. 2 domanasa, number 9 and 10. You have to know it. Otherwise, you cannot go to second chapter, third chapter, like that, right? Third chapter. Number 1 to 4, somanasa. Number 5 to number 8, upekha, as well as 11 and 12, upekha. 9 and 10 is the domanasa. Right? This one is the Vedana Beda, 4 somanasa, 6 upekha, 2 domanasa. Right? Then I hope it's clear. So when we talk about association and dissociation, we call it Sambayoga Beda, by way of association. 8 association and 4 dissociation. So that means, what are the 8 association? So we have a 4 association cheta in the lower mula cheta, associated with the wrong view, right? Associated with the wrong view. 2 dosa mula chetas are associated with the aversion, right? Aversion, patika. And also 2 moha mula cheta, one associated with doubt, another one associated with restlessness, right? So therefore, we have 4 association, associated chetas, and we have 4 dissociated chetas, dissociated from wrong view, right? Wrong view. Altogether 12. Then next one is the by way of prompting, Sankhara Beda, by way of prompting, Sankhara Beda. So under the Sankhara Beda, we have 3 types, unprompted, prompted, and neither of them, neither of these two. So here we have 5 unprompted chetas, 5 prompted chetas, and 2 Sankhara Vimota. Neither of them. So look at page number 35. So when you talk about this, prompted, unprompted here, right? Prompted. So under the lower mula cheta, number 1 is unprompted. Number 3, unprompted. Number 5, unprompted. Here, number 7, unprompted. The rest are prompted one. So here, in dosa mula cheta also, 1 is unprompted dosa mula cheta. Second one is prompted, right? Prompted. But when we talk about more mula cheta, so we cannot call prompted or unprompted. Yeah? So therefore we call it Sankhara Vimota. So altogether, 5 prompted mind and 5 unprompted mind, and 2 neither of them. So I think you have to know this one, otherwise you cannot continue. Trying to digest this one. By way of feeling, by way of association, by way of sankhara, by way of sankhara, prompting or unprompting. Okay, so I want to show some example, some question type, and also together with the answer. So this one is asked in 2017. Identify the exact cheta of a person who brutally kills a human being without being forced by anyone. mention two roots that matter. A little bit difficult one. Identifying the exact Chaita or a person who brutally killed a human being. That person killed a human being because of what? Huh? Because of hatred, because of dosa, right? Because of dosa. Okay, dosa is okay, but two types of dosa. Which one? Huh? Sorry? Active. Not active, unprompted, Active is my categorization. in the text, prompted, unprompted. Here, when you look at the description, he killed brutally without being forced by anyone. He do himself, right? Maybe a lot of anger to that person. Unprompted or prompted? Unprompted, right? Higher degree. Because he killed brutally, He is not forced by anyone. He do it himself, right? So therefore, unprompted. So among the two dosamula chaita, the first one, the first one. I mentioned two roots of that mara. So there are two roots. Because of two roots, then he killed. So we have three types of akusala mula, right? The root of akusala. Loba, dosa, moha. This person killed a person. Because of which root? Dosa and moha, right? Dosa and moha. Because of not knowing akusala, as a akusala. Then he commit that mara. That is based on moha, then there is a dosa. So two root, because of two root. So therefore, moha will associate with any time. When you are stealing, when you are cheating, there is a moha as well as a loba, right? Loba. Now when you're killing, before you kill, there is a moha, then followed by dosa. So therefore, two root is a moha and dosa, right? Moha and dosa. So here, one consciousness accompanied by displeasure associated with the aversion, unprompted. Unprompted without being forced by anyone. He do it, full of effort and full of volition. Kill because of anger, brutally, unprompted. So it's to think about it. Two root, delusion and hatred. Moha and dosa. But this one is a little bit difficult. But next one, as the saying goes, mind creates the world. Describe the mind that lead to beta world, hungry ghosts, betas, hungry ghosts. Divide those minds into two types, prompted and unprompted. So here also, this one was a little bit difficult. 2016. Mind create the world. Actually, this one doesn't matter. So the most important thing is the mind that lead to a better world. You need to know this one. Actually, this one is a commentary explanation. Not taught by the Buddha. The Buddha said that in many sutta. The Buddha said that because of moha, because of dosa, because of loba, it will lead to better world. Three reasons. Sometimes because of dosa, sometimes because of moha, sometimes because of loba. But according to commentary trying to, provide, the most general and also the most, the most cases, the most cases. So people become peta because of loba, because of loba. Then I have attachment to this temple. then I die. Then I become beta here, ghost here, right? I'll be haunting people, showing that I'm here, showing that I'm here. Loba, right? Then you have a attachment to your family, to your house, that when you die, you cannot let go, everything behind. Because of loba, you become ghost in your house, In general cases, mostly, loba will lead to beta ram. In general cases, right? Loba also will lead to heavenly realm, right? I want to go to heaven, right? I do a lot of good deed. Then if I die, go to heaven. Loba also, of course, loba is not the main cause. The original cause, then followed by the kusala cheta, kusala, Then because that kusala, you was born in heaven. So therefore, the Buddha said that we was born in a woeful place because of three chetas, loba, dosa, moha, in the suttas. But the commentary trying to say the most and general cases, right? So loba is the cause to be born in a pita war. So therefore, they talk about the loba mula cheta, right? Loba mula cheta. Divide these mind into two types, prompted and unprompted. So we have 8 loba mula cheta, 4 prompted mind, and 4 unprompted mind, right? So you have to divide. So you're trying to visualize 8 loba mula cheta, right? So the first one, unprompted. Second one, prompted. Third one, unprompted. Equal, right? Alternate one, alternate. According to commentary explanation, people were born as a peta. Peta can be translated as the afflicted being, hungry ghost, spirit, etc. Because of greed. There are some petas who became peta because of dosa, right? Because of dosa. When you read Samdanikaya, Lakkhana Sanyutta, so there are 21 type of petas who are suffering continually. So they were born because of dosa, because of dosa. Must answer by dividing loba mula cheta into two types, prompted and unprompted, right? Prompted. So here I'm then trying to understand generally, right? Commentary said that generally people become peta because of loba. Another one, this one is the easier one, mention the name of cheta and its feeling that arises by associating with the doubt, vicikiccha, and restlessness. This one is very easy, right? Talk about moha mula cheta. What is the feeling? Feeling, vedana. Ubekha, right? Equanimity. So it talk about moha mula cheta, 2 moha mula cheta, and its feeling is equanimity or upekha. Must answer 2 cheta rooted in delusion. Okay, any question? Now, already completed akusala cheta. We have 12 akusala chetas. 8 lower mula chetas, and 2 dosa mula cheta, 2 moha mula chetas. Altogether 12. It talk about chetas, right? Mind is forerunner of everything. We are doing unwholesome deed because of these 12 akusala chetas. 12 of our akusala chetas. If you can remove 12 akusala cheta, you become enlightened person. You attain nibbana. So yeah, if you can remove all these 12 akusala cheta, you attain nibbana. Okay, question. Okay.
Want to check. You mentioned that greed chitta leads to preta. Okay. Does that mean that at the point of death, dying, that's where the state of chitta. So at the point of dying, if that person is having that greed chitta, then it leads to preta.
Yeah, in generally.
Thank you.
That means it's not my statement. According to commentaries, the commentaries define the Pali Canon, teachings of the Buddha. Let's talk about general case. So sometimes because of lobha, it will lead to animal realm. You look at the dog. You look at the not the dog. You look at the cat at all. Then you think that cat do not need to walk, just eating and sleeping, right? So they are carefree. Then before you die, you think that I want to be born as a cat, right? You have attachment, the life for a cat. Then you die because of that law, the existence of animal. Then you were born as a cat, right? So loba is the cause of rebirth as a cat. So therefore, the Buddha said that we were born in the three type of awful plane, because of three reasons. It can be kaita because of moha, because of loba and dosa. Right? Yeah. Any question?
Bhante, can I check with you? Prompted and unprompted is only for loba and dosa. But can I ask why moha don't have prompted and unprompted?
I think here, even this book is mentioned, page number 38, the last paragraph, page number 38 and 39 is mentioned. I think I don't need to send. Page number 38. So the last paragraph. Okay. Take question? If no question, then let's call it a day. Let's close. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakyamuni bhagava gata kecho paragato pala Viriya samangi dan sukatan saranatamu Yakavi ragama ninjama sokan Dhamma masangata mapatikulan madura mimambagunan suvipadan Dhamma mimansaranata Mupemi Yatacha Dena Mahapalamahu Chatusu Susisu Purisa Yugesu attacha pogala dhammadasate sangami mansaranata mupe mi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.